Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw. It is the show right after Backlash where we had an explosive pay-per-view just one day ago. Those who were there, thank you guys so much for the support, but the show keeps on going and now we build towards Hell in a Cell. Welcome everybody to Hartford, Connecticut. If you're excited for tonight's show, make sure you drop that like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. And we're going to start tonight's show with none other than the new WWE Champion Bobby Lashley, who won that title last night in a big-time triple threat match from Roman Reigns as well as Brock Lesnar. Bobby Lashley beat Brock Lesnar. Reigns on the outside could only look on as we crowned a new WWE Champion. The Almighty Era is once more back on Raw, and look at that title, looks good. Back around the waist of Bobby Lashley, who arguably never lost the championship in the first place, as he starts off tonight in action as we get ready to start the show, Monday Night Raw. Quick little note I want to make. Sorry if you hear like noises in the background. I just realized that when I was recording this on Elgato Capture that I did have live commentary on in the background, so I'm sorry if you hear my little nuggets in the background and it seems like the volume goes in and out because that is why. But Bobby Lashley is going to open tonight's show against T-Bar, and this is a big contest for Bobby Lashley just because he was the last match last night, and he's the first match tonight, so not a lot of time to rest as he takes on T-Bar, who is a big man in his own right. Bobby Lashley doesn't really have the size advantage in this one, so a tough contest to start off the night for Bobby Lashley, but we can see what the new WWE Champion is capable of as he goes for the pin here on T-Bar in the center of the ring and only gets a 1 count. Well, with Bobby Lashley's win last night, Raw is actually now wide open in terms of who will be the next WWE Championship contender, and we got 4 weeks to Hell in a Cell to decide, but Roman Reigns lost the title. He is officially back now on SmackDown since he's still the Universal Champion, and Brock Lesnar, who knows when Brock Lesnar will be back, so plenty of opportunities to become the new WWE Champion #1 contender. So we'll have to see who Bobby Lashley will fight at Hell in a Cell in his first title defense, but tonight he has to take care of T-Bar, who it's a nice insecurity to the back of Bobby Lashley's head. Now T-Bar, you can say has not fully reached his potential. The former member of Retribution has been lingering on Raw, but this is a big-time opportunity for him. He gets to go one-on-one against Bobby Lashley, the new WWE Champion. And like we just said a moment ago, but look at that power from Lashley. Just picks him up dead and hits him with a running power slam into the cover. Gets 2, but T-Bar kicks out at 2.5. What I was going to say about T-Bar is this is a big opportunity to kind of reset your momentum. You get Bobby Lashley fresh off of a match last night at Backlash. And if you can win here, a win over the WWE Champion is a win regardless of how fresh he is. As T-Bar, though, look at this power by Lashley. Just picks up T-Bar and military presses him into the mat. You can tell Bobby Lashley is fired up. The crowd happy to see him here tonight. And Lashley is just nothing but happy, nothing but smiles after last night. But he does have to take care of business in the ring as he gets T-Bar back to his feet. Front headlock. Now going to lift him up on the shoulders. But T-Bar does fight out the back. Now T-Bar lifts up Bobby Lashley and hits a side slam on the champion. T-Bar looking pretty good. Then a couple of spurts here, but Lashley already back to his feet. Hits a belly-to-belly on T-Bar. The big man goes for a swing, and now Lashley says, let's put this man down. Crowd is hyped. Lashley is paying into it, puts up the hand. You can just tell Bobby Lashley is so happy with the win. You can see now flexing in front of the audience, but you can't take your eye off the prize too much. You know, you got to take care of business in the ring. You can celebrate. You had plenty of time last night to celebrate, but now it's all business in the center of the ring as Lashley does drag for T-Bar. Maybe going to look for a cover here away from the ropes. He will flip the big man over and go for it in the center of the ring. Gets 1, 2, but T-Bar kicks out at 2.5. Lashley might have wasted a little bit too much of the time there with pandering to the crowd as he continues to pan to the crowd. Not quite sure if that's PG, but nonetheless, T-Bar, though, back to his feet, looking to take advantage. That's just what I was talking about. Lashley maybe pandering to the crowd a little too much, as now T-Bar is in control of the champion. Just straight right hands to Bobby Lashley. That'll keep the big man down. Lashley, though, will take T-Bar back off his feet. Now a couple of left hands from Lashley himself. Rapid-fire strikes to the face. And now Lashley looks to get T-Bar up. Another right hand from behind, looking for a waist lock. Gonna get T-Bar on his shoulders, but out the back door. Chop. Now T-Bar looking to gain control. Hits him with a backbreaker choke slam. And now T-Bar is rolling. He wants Lashley on his feet. This would be a massive upset. T-Bar is able to walk away victorious, and he hits the big boot on Lashley. T-Bar cover for the big upset. Gets 2. Lashley kicks out, though, at 2.5. T-Bar moments away, and I think Lashley has taken his eye off the prize a little bit too much here tonight, and now he's paying the repercussions. T-Bar back to the top rope now, misses a splash down on Lashley. Lashley to his feet. And I think it's all business now as he just throws T-Bar halfway across the ring. Lashley says no more games. Going to kick to the gut and look to put him on his shoulders and cuts him down for a dominator. Lashley into the cover, gets 1, gets 2, and Lashley beats T-Bar once he put the jokes aside and the happiness aside. Lashley took care of business, but it wasn't always pretty. But a big win here tonight for the new WWE Champion, the Almighty Era. And it'll be interesting to see what is next for Bobby Lashley here on Raw. Who will be his next challenger? But good for Bobby Lashley. He gets to soak in the win here tonight in front of the Hartford, Connecticut crowd. Well, hold on just a second. Right as Bobby Lashley is celebrating, here comes The Miz. Talking about who would try to step up to be that challenger. Looks like it might be the A-lister himself. The Miz makes his way to the ring. Not who you probably would have expected here. But The Miz has been on quite a roll the past couple of weeks. He's beaten Rey Mysterio. He's beaten LA Knight. He's beaten Randy Orton. So The Miz racking up some wins, maybe a little bit under the radar as he makes his way to the ring. Lashley will be there to meet him. But Miz looks like he has something to say. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your new WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley. Hello, Bobby. You're probably wondering why I'm out here. Out of all people, you probably didn't expect me, The Miz, to come out here. But I don't know why you didn't expect me to come out here. I am, after all, the most must-see and most talked about WWE superstar of all time. I mean, did you see what I did at WrestleMania? I beat the Mysterios all by myself, and I got rid of that deadweight Logan Paul. I had social media buzzing for weeks because of what I did. And look at me since. I've beaten Rey Mysterio. I've beaten LA Knight. I've even beaten Randy Orton. So why I'm out here is not very complicated. I want the next shot at the WWE Championship. And I know in the past you've beat me for the title. I was the very first person you beat for that WWE Championship, but this isn't the same Miz. I will beat you for that championship. I'm not scared of no spear. I'm not scared of no hurt lock. All I know is that I can beat you 1, 2, 3 in the center of this ring. So I want the next shot. Well, you did get one thing right, Miz. I did not expect you to come out here. But I'm glad you did because, see, you do talk a big game. And I do want to congratulate you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have won my first WWE Championship, and it wouldn't have been as easy as it was. See, last time I remembered, you were running from me for weeks. You did not want to give me that title shot that you promised. But what happened when we got in the same ring? I beat you with the hurt lock, and if it came down to it again, I beat you with that hurt lock again. Now, you have been impressive in the past couple weeks. I'll give you that. But you also said something that was very interesting. You said that you beat the Mysterios all by yourself at WrestleMania because last time I checked, you did have somebody in your corner. Now, if you could do it at WrestleMania, I want to see you do it again. And I hear that you do have a match against Rey Mysterio tonight in a no-holds-barred match. I'll make the deal. If you can beat Rey Mysterio tonight, I'll give you a shot at my WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell. And if I look at the time, that match is actually going to take place right now. Good luck, Miz. Well, The Miz now with a big opportunity at hand. He has a no-holds-barred match against Rey Mysterio right now. And if The Miz wins, he will have a WWE Championship opportunity at Hell in a Cell against Bobby Lashley. That is why you call your shot. That's why you step up to the plate. As The Miz, though, has to take care of his rival in Rey Mysterio. And yes, this one is no holds barred. We knew this match would take place later tonight, but I don't think The Miz thought it was going to take place right now as Rey Mysterio makes his way to the ring. Two rivals dating back for months, as Rey Mysterio would love to get a win here over The Miz. As both superstars now in the ring, we are ready to go. The Miz versus Rey Mysterio in a no-holds-barred match, and we are underway already. The second match of the night. This match has been off, or this show, excuse me, has been off to a very high-paced so far in tonight. Plenty of action in the post-Backlash episode of Monday Night Raw as Rey Mysterio takes early advantage. Going to go to the top rope here and hits a double foot stomp to The Miz. The Miz down on the mat. Rey Mysterio with another foot stomp to the A-lister, is now into the cover. Rey Mysterio gets one and kicks out at one by The Miz. Now, I know if The Miz wins this matchup, he is the #1 contender to the WWE Championship, but if Rey Mysterio wins, that kind of keeps things wide open as well. You know, like we were talking about when Bobby Lashley's match. No Roman Reigns anymore for now on Raw. No Brock Lesnar for the time being, so it's a very wide open slate, and Rey Mysterio would also like to punch his ticket. Other superstars maybe to keep an eye on, you know, Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins, their issues are not done, so they might not have their eye on the championship for right now. So that really opens the door. You know, you do have AJ Styles, you do have Ciampa, the newcomer on Raw, Finn Balor, a former world champion in his own right. Plenty of names in the wings, Kevin Owens, but you can't, you know, you got to win the matches first. And if Miz, he's won the matches. Like he said, he's beaten Rey Mysterio. He's beaten Dominic Mysterio. He's beaten LA Knight in LA Knight's first match on Raw. And he's even beaten Randy Orton clean in the center of the ring. So The Miz has the wins to his name, whether you like it or not. Whether you like The Miz or not, he's gotten the victories to back it up. And I kind of have to agree with him. Ever since WrestleMania, where he did turn on Logan Paul, he's been good. It's been arguably the best that The Miz has looked in quite a long time. He is a former two-time WWE champion in his own right, so he has the credentials. He'll tell you the two-time Grand Slam winner as well. So The Miz, you know, not afraid to tell you what he's done in the WWE. And, you know, he'd like to win at title number 3. Goes for the cover now here on Rey. Gets one. Rey actually kicks out at a 1 count. Miz trying to hold advantage in this contest. Now starting to play some of the disrespect. Miz not one to respect you in the ring at the slightest, as him and Rey Mysterio's past, as Miz says that Rey Mysterio has stolen the WWE Universe from him, and he hides behind that mask as The Miz continues to work away on that left shoulder of Mysterio. Rey, though, back to his feet. Miz does meet him there with a right and some right punches. That drops Rey, to the canvas. And now The Miz continues to hold control. Now looking to drag Rey over to the center of the ring. Probably, is he thinking cover here? No, I think he's thinking figure 4. The Miz goes for the figure 4, and he locks it in. Figure 4, center of the ring. Where is Rey Mysterio gonna go? Is he gonna tap out? Looking to reverse the pressure. He does. So now The Miz in trouble. The pressure has been flipped on to The Miz, but he does get his legs out of the hold. So both superstars took some of the damage in that one, as both of them, though, make back to their feet. And The Miz hits a sit-out chokeslam on Rey Mysterio. Now goes for the pin. 1, 2, and The Miz gets him. The Miz 3 on Rey Mysterio, busting out a sit-out chokeslam. I haven't seen that from The Miz in quite some time, and he gets the win. No weapons really involved in this matchup, so unfortunately we didn't get any no-holds-barred action, but The Miz gets the win, which means he is the #1 contender to the WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell. We know the next challenger, big-time win here for The Miz. We'll see if he can get it done in a few weeks at Hell in a Cell. Well, tonight's action is off to a pretty hot start, but still plenty to come on this episode of Monday Night Raw. Next up, Kevin Owens faces Finn Balor in a pretty high-profile one-on-one contest. Carmella will continue her hot streak as she looks to put it on the line against Tamina. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan in tag team action against Nikki ASH and Doudrop. They have a women's tag team championship match next week live on Raw. Veer Mahan in a handicap match will actually take on Reggie and R-Truth at the same time. And our main event, the RK Bro put the Raw tag team championships on the line against the Street Profits. First up, Kevin Owens beats Finn Balor in a pretty big-time contest. Carmella continues her winning ways. Liv Morgan picks up the win for her team. They got some momentum going into their title match next week. And Veer Mahan beats R-Truth and Reggie. But now it's time for your main event. The Raw tag team titles are on the line as the two best tag teams in the division look to go at it for the top prize here on Raw. The Street Profits on their way to the ring. First, the former Raw Tag Team Champions. And if the team holding the gold's been number one, the Street Profits have been number two. These two have been on top of their game. Even when they are not champions, they are always in the mix. And they're looking to regain the tag team titles here tonight. They were part of that phenomenal tag team title match at WrestleMania that Alpha Academy was also a part of. Unfortunately, we're unsuccessful, but they have been granted number one contendership here tonight and have a chance to win back those Raw tag team titles. They have a win over RK Bro, before WrestleMania, so that is why they are getting this title shot. And they've traded wins back and forth with RK Bro in recent weeks on Raw. I think Montez Ford was able to beat Riddle in singles action a few weeks ago as they make their way to the ring. As you can tell, they are pretty fired up for tonight's action, looking to win back those Raw tag team titles. As a crowd here in Hartford, Connecticut, that looks like they want the smoke as well, as they are behind the Street Profits to make their way to the ring. But their opponents are also pretty high with the crowd, especially this man right here, the Viper himself, Randy Orton, who he said is having the most fun that he has ever had, which is saying a lot because we celebrated 20 straight years of Randy Orton just a few weeks ago here on Raw. He's been in WWE for 20 years, and it's been 20 years straight. Yes, Orton's been injured from time to time, but I can't think of a time where Randy Orton's really been gone for that long. So the fact that Orton has been in the WWE for over 20 years and still the top of his game, still a champion as he is one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, just speaks so much to who he is. Arguably the greatest. You could put him in your greatest of all time conversation, and it doesn't seem like Orton is slowing down. He's found himself the F word. He's found himself a friend here on Raw. The first time Orton's really ever had a friend in the WWE. Yes, Orton's been a part of some groups in the past, but I think most of those where you can just tell just kind of business relationships. There is something different here about RK Bro. And I think Orton with a friend in his comfort zone, it's really made him that much more dangerous. And making his way to the ring is that aforementioned friend, Riddle, as he makes his way for this contest. The original Bro, the other half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, as the crowd just continues to chant Bro for the original Bro. This man is as laid back as they come, but when it comes to in-the-ring action, don't take the demeanor, don't take the personality for granted. This man is all business. He is fired up when he gets in that ring. The former UFC fighter, so he has that MMA background, a legit tough dude. So don't take Riddle lightly when you are in this ring, as these two teams, they've had their battles in the past, pretty familiar with each other. As Riddle, gets up on the apron, it's time to let the flops fly. There go the flip-flops as Riddle makes his way into the ring, and it's almost time for championship introductions. So we're moments away. There it is. The Raw Tag Team Championship is on the line. A title match to headline the first show post pay-per-view. Can't ask for much more as we do get down to the ring for introductions. First, the challengers, the Street Profits. And their opponents, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Randy Orton and Riddle. RK Bro. So now RK Bro turns over the Raw Tag Team titles as we get underway. That's what's on the line in this contest. The Raw Tag Team Championships. Looks like it'll be Angelo Dawkins starting for the Street Profits and Randy Orton starting for RK Bro. And we are underway. Your main event of the evening has started. The Raw Tag Team Championships on the line as Orton goes to the outside within the first couple of seconds of this matchup. Dawkins a pretty strong competitor as he gets the early advantage of Orton. Not going to rush into anything. A very methodical performer. Gets back into the ring. Randy Orton and Riddle won those titles back in March in a triple threat tag team match as well that involved Alpha Academy and Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Street Profits not part of that matchup. They were a part of the WrestleMania encounter, the triple threat tag team match at WrestleMania, as Angelo Dawkins makes the first tag of the match to Montez Ford, one of the best high flyers in all of WWE. When this man takes off from the top rope, I mean, he gets height that I've never seen before. Montez Ford, very charismatic. You have a feeling that Montez Ford can just break out at any time, as he is all energy, all fired up, especially for a contest like this. You know you're going to get the very best Montez Ford here tonight as he looks to hold control over Randy. Randy having a hard time getting out of the box in the early goings. That's a DDT to the Viper, and now Montez goes for the first pin. This is for the titles, and only gets a 1 count on Orton. But Randy Orton, he's been around for a while, definitely a veteran, definitely one of the best of all time, but he's had a hard time starting this contest. Look at the Street Profits taking it to Randy Orton. They say, we're not scared that you're the Viper. You know, we own a tag team victory over RK Bro, so you got to wonder, is that in the back of the mind of the champions? They have lost to RK Bro. Orton got pinned by Montez Ford off of that frog splash. Orton is actually feeling that frog splash for actually about a couple of weeks after it happened, so you got to watch out for Montez Ford. You got to wonder, is the Street Profits the favorite as now Angelo Dawkins goes for a cover. Orton kicks out at 1. Riddle, though, right there. And no chippiness just yet. Both competitors go back to their corners. And Dawkins and Orton continue to be the legal man. Just cranking away on the neck of Orton. Orton, though, back to his feet. Right hand. Now looking to take control of Dawkins. Has him up on his shoulders. And is just going to drop him down with an elevated delayed neck breaker. That is what Orton does best, that slow, methodical offense. And now Orton in control hits a suplex on Angelo Dawkins, and now he makes the first tag. Riddle's first action in this contest, the original Bro, as he stalks Angelo Dawkins. Maybe talking a little bit of trash, trying to get all fired up here. He's excited. This is his first time in the ring tonight. Angelo now back to his feet. Riddle's going to meet him there with a couple of strikes. A nice kick to the shoulder knocks Dawkins down. We talked about the MMA background of Riddle, so he's very, very effective with his feet, with his fists. As now he's looking to take the fight to Montez Ford, who's now the legal competitor, and hits a delayed brainbuster on Ford, and actually looks to go after Dawkins for good measure. Just drives him off the apron. A little bit of a cheap shot, but, you know, title's on the line. You got to do what you got to do to win. Riddle now has Montez up on his shoulders. It's a powerbomb down on Montez Ford. Riddle looking good here early as he looks to put the advantage in the way of RK Bro. But he does make a tag out to his partner, Randy Orton, trying to keep a competitor fresh. And now Orton actually goes for some ground and pound, but Montez Ford will flip it over. And Orton still not able to get fully out of the box. And has been a little slower. Riddle, he saw him have a hot start. Randy has yet to find that consistent momentum, but does have Montez now on his shoulders here, and is going to powerbomb him to the outside. That is a far fall to the outside. Very little padding to brace your fall. And now RK Bro, just as I say that, are back in control. Orton now looking good. He's going to go to the outside and meet Montez Ford. And now going to throw him back in the ring. Orton will follow, but he throws Ford actually right into a tag from Dawkins, so maybe a little mistake there by Orton. And now Dawkins with the right hand to Orton, looks to take back control, but Randy slips out the backside, hits a right hand of his own, and now looking to gain control. There is a backbreaker on Orton. That is vintage Randy Orton. We've seen that in his offense, and now he'll make the tag to Riddle. RK Bro trying to use the quick tag strategy in this contest. As Riddle now back to Dawkins. He's going to whip him into the far corner. Riddle the body shot. Goes for another one, but Dawkins does fight out of the corner. Now Dawkins has Riddle up on his shoulders. He's going to go and hang him up on the ropes as the Street Profits look to get back in control. And now a big splashdown on Riddle, actually into the cover. This to crown new champs, gets 2, but Riddle kicks out at 2. Both teams pretty evenly contested here in the early goings of this match, and that's kind of what you expect between these two teams. They are the two best teams in Raw's tag team division, as both teams have had the momentum. Both teams have had to fight back as there are sharp right hands to the side of Riddle's head. And now Riddle, though, quickly back to his feet, connects with a big-time punch that knocks Dawkins down. Riddle gets him back up. Another roundhouse kick. This time connects on the face. Riddle now from behind, looking to stretch out Dawkins, trying to get him to submit. Angelo fighting it, not looking to submit. A tap would win the titles, or would keep the titles around the waist of RK Bro. Riddle realizes that probably won't get him to submit here, so he does release the hold. And now he's going to tag in his partner, Randy Orton. Orton has a downed Angelo Dawkins. Looks like he's just going to try to drag him away. To see what Orton has in mind. Maybe thinking a cover. Well, he goes for the stomp on Dawkins, but Dawkins maybe playing a little bit of possum, gets back to his feet and hits a bulldog on Orton. And now it looks like he's going to try to go make a tag to Montez. He does. So Ford back in this contest. He's going to connect with a couple of shots to Randy. Another back elbow. That takes the Viper back a couple of steps. So Orton gets a hold of Montez. Has him back up on his shoulders. And hits a delayed neckbreaker on Montez this time. And now Orton with a knee drop on Montez Ford. It's hard to tell who's going to come away victorious in this contest, but now here is the signature Orton stomps. Just stomping on every appendage, capping it off with the head. Now goes in for the cover. This to retain the titles, gets 2 before it does kick out at 2.5. Orton, you think he's setting it up. Maybe looking for that RKO. He's not going to go for it yet. He's going to take Ford into the corner, try to work away. Props him up on that top turnbuckle, gets met with a boot for his efforts. Ford back down, but Orton's going to counter. Another knee to the gut, and then a hard right hand to the face. Drops Montez. Ford, that creates the separation, allows Riddle to get back in this contest. Raw Tag Team titles hanging in the balance. Who will walk away as your champion? As Riddle looking to work away on that right arm, maybe setting up for that submission attempt on Montez Ford. As Riddle's looked very good in this contest. Riddle hasn't been on the defense very long, but he's going to make a quick tag to Randy. Came in, got a couple of punches, stretched out the arm of Montez, and then quickly brought Randy back into this contest. And now Orton looking to stretch out Montez. Don't see this a lot from Randy, but the titles are on the line, so you got to dig into your arsenal. But Dawkins does break up the submission, but Orton's not going to let him take that lightly, as Orton has Dawkins up on his shoulders. Dawkins, though, going to fight out of it. A couple of shots to the face. Orton going to back him up. Goes, and there's a backbreaker there from Orton for Dawkins. RK Bro looking good here. Makes the tag to Riddle. Now Riddle back in the action. Dawkins still in the ring. Riddle takes down Ford from behind. Ref's actually going to start his count. Dawkins has him to a count of 5 to get out of the ring, but actually Riddle will help him out. He's just going to dispose of Dawkins himself, maybe thinking a pinfall coming up, as Riddle has Ford in position. Going to make a tag to Orton back in this contest. Dawkins is down the outside. This might be the opening that RK Bro needs. Orton has Ford up against the ropes. Couple of shots. Dawkins, though, back up as Orton poses for the fans. Fans eating it up here in Hartford, Connecticut. Orton now stomping to the body, walks over Montez Ford, continuing to just wear down methodically. Now Riddle back into this contest. RK Bro doing a very good job at quick tags. I don't think any one of them has been in the ring for all that long. As now Ford, though, looking to take advantage. It's a back suplex on Riddle. This could be the space and the momentum that Ford needs. He is going to get over to his corner. He does make the tag. A wise choice, as now Dawkins enters the fray and connects with a big-time takedown on Riddle. This to win the titles. Gets 1, gets 2, and Riddle kicks out at 2.5. Dawkins with a huge spear, looked like, to Riddle, and now is going to get in the face of Randy Orton. The Street Profits, specifically Dawkins, all fired up, not afraid to talk that trash. Is now just going to make a tag, though, to Montez Ford. Not sure if Montez has had a long time to get his energy back. He gets Riddle back to his feet, connects with a huge super kick, and Montez quickly goes to the turnbuckle. You know what he's going to look for here. Orton tries to knock him off, but Ford connects with the frog splash. All the hang time, gets one, gets two, but Orton is there to break it up at 2.5, just in the nick of the time. Ford got all of that one, but now Orton gets thrown to the outside. This could be the Street Profits' time. A DDT drops Riddle. Ford now looks to make the tag to Dawkins. Riddle is down center of the ring. Dawkins flips him over, kick to the spine, and now hits a splashdown on Riddle. Dawkins and the Street Profits, no way, kick to the face. Riddle back in control. He's looking for something here on Dawkins, lining him up, maybe looking for the Bro Derek, and he connects with the Bro Derek. Riddle for the pin, this to regain the titles, gets two, and no, Dawkins kicks out at 2.5. This contest stays alive. I thought Riddle had it there with the Bro Derek. But this contest continues. Orton now rejoins the fray. Dawkins is down. That move definitely took a lot out of him. He was able to kick out, but now he's going to stay in this contest. He flips Orton over, a couple of right hands to the face of the Viper, and now makes a tag to Montez. Ford in the ring. Orton is there to meet him, and he's going to swing him down for a neck breaker. And now Orton goes to his corner. He makes the tag to Riddle. Riddle and Montez. Riddle connects with a big knee strike to the face. Oh, I think he rocked Ford there. Quickly gets him back to his feet. There's a roundhouse kick to the face. Riddle has the back, couple of shots, maybe setting him up for that stretch submission again. He does. Ford being stretched out. Is this enough? Randy is there to protect. And Ford taps out the RK Bro. Hold on to the Raw Tag Team Championships in a very good tag team affair. Plenty of back and forth contests. There were moments where I thought the Street Profits had it. That big time frog splash from Ford was not enough. Orton was there to break it up. That's the move I was talking about. But in the end, it was the Bro Derek and the submission that nets RK Bro the victory, and they stay Raw Tag Team Champions. Wait a minute. The Dirty Dogs now from behind. They attack RK Bro. The Dirty Dogs laying it out to the champions. I think they're trying to send a message that they want the next shot as they assault RK Bro. But that's all we have time for you in this one. What a show to cap off the post-Backlash era as we build towards Hell in a Cell, and this match is official. Bobby Lashley versus The Miz for the WWE Championship. Next week on Raw, we're also going to see Edge for the first time since WrestleMania. Edge will be live on Monday Night Raw. What does the leader of Judgment Day have to say? Also, we're going to get what is going to be the next chapter in Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. They went to a no contest at Backlash. So what is next in this rivalry? And also, the Women's Tag Team Championships are on the line. This one's been building for weeks as Sasha Banks and Naomi put the gold on the line against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and that'll be your main event next week. We're all building towards Hell in a Cell. That is the next pay-per-view here on the channel in the month of June. But next episode, we have a very special episode of NXT. Is this actually going to be NXT UK? We're going to take a trip across the pond, see what is going on in England as we look at some of the best there on that brand. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you drop that like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.